What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and as you all know, the first episode of the MTV series, Scream, has premiered on MTV on June 30th, so that was about 3 days ago, 4 days ago, by the time I post this video, which is hopefully soon. So this video is going to be my intake on the first episode of the MTV series Scream. Let's get this party started. Okay, so major spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode yourself yet. But a really good thing is that you can actually watch it on YouTube, because they have it uploaded on YouTube, just in case you missed it on June 30th. I hope they do that with all the other episodes too. Because I think that's really awesome that they upload it on YouTube, for people who don't even watch TV anymore. That was a good move that MTV made. So, yeah, they have it uploaded on YouTube, so you guys can watch it on YouTube if you want to. And, so, spoiler alert, like I said earlier, this whole video is going to be a spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode yet. So, basically what happened was the lesbian video of Audrey and Rachel, those are the two characters, the girls who were kissing each other, leaked out online and went viral. And, Nina was killed with her boyfriend, but it seems like people were only talking about Nina being killed. They weren't really, talking about her boyfriend being killed. It was just Nina. So, yeah. And, also, they introduced all the new characters, all the characters that are going to be in the series, and I like the characters, because they all fit each stereotype of high schoolers, and I think that's really cool. Some people think, oh, this is too cliche, might think, oh, that's too cliche, but I think it's pure gold that they're doing that. They have the stereotypical teenagers. I think that's awesome, because to be honest with you, that's really how high schoolers are in real life, so, yeah. It's good that they're staying true to that. So, the one character that stood out to me most was the slutty girl named Brooke, and, I don't like her. I think she's a good character, but personally I don't like her because she's so slutty and everything, and she's kind of mean, too. She seems kind of bitchy and everything, and, to be honest, I really hope she dies in the series, and I know that sounds like an evil thing for me to say. We all know she's gonna die, though. But remember, it's just a TV series. I don't want her to die in real life, but I want her character to die in the TV series. Because if this was happening in real life, I wouldn't want any of them to die. So, yeah. But, moving on. She's having an affair with her teacher, and she's like a extremely slutty Aria from Pretty Little Liars. And, yeah. And she's all flirting with them and saying that she's wearing, saying what she's going to be wearing and everything, and rubbing up all on him and kissing him in the on school grounds, and I was just like, oh gosh, this girl's something else. And what happened is the teenagers ended up throwing a party for Nina, but no one really cared that Nina was butchered. That's Bella Thorne's character. She was Nina. No one really cared that she was butchered at all. They just wanted an excuse to throw a party. That's all I think it was. They had a picture of her and everything, but no one was really sad about Nina. They were all getting drunk and getting wasted and partying. And one comment... Now, getting back to Brooke, the character Brooke, one comment on the Scream Wiki said that she should die brutally like Olivia from Scream 4, and I honestly agree. I would love to see Brooke die a brutal death, because I don't like her at all. She's an awesome character, but I do not like her, and that's what makes her so awesome. I was hoping that she would die at the party in the first episode, because, there was a scene where she was walking out to the garage because she heard something in the garage, and the garage was all dark and everything, and I was just thinking, oh, this is it, and I was getting so hyped up, and I was like, oh, come on, come out and butcher her up, but she didn't die at all, unfortunately, but I know for a fact she's going to die in the series, so mark my words, I'm 110% sure she's not going to survive. Of course she's not going to survive. It's basically, like, literally confirmed. Well, by me, at least. But I'm not sure. She could survive. No, she's not going to survive. But, yeah. And so what I found really interesting was there was actually a legend. And, like, this series takes place in a town called Lakewood. And Lakewood is actually a real town in California in Los Angeles County. But there's a legend of a deformed homeschool student. His name was Brandon James. Like, back in 1995, they said 20 years ago, assuming the series takes place in 2015, that would be 1995, 20 years ago. Jesus Christ, I was born in 1995. I feel so old right now. We're getting off topic. So, apparently, Brandon James, he was deformed, and his mother homeschooled him, and he always wore a post-op surgical mask. That's apparently what they said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's apparently what they said in the video. He wore a post-op surgical mask, and he had a crush on this girl named Daisy, and when he tried flirting with her in the school hallway, like during a dance, a bunch of these guys beat him up because of it, because he took off his mask and Daisy saw his face and she screamed. And Daisy is actually still a character on the series, but she's grown now, though. Daisy is actually named Maggie on the show, and she's the mother of Emma, and, she's the mother of Emma, and, like, she gets a package in the mail, and it's a heart, and it's not a human heart. That's what she says. That's not a human heart, but she doesn't know who sent it to her, and she calls the police and everything because she gets freaked out because it has Daisy written on it, and she thinks that Brandon James is going to come back. But, yeah, so that's what happens, and what happened with the Brandon James was he had a crush on Daisy, but then he got beat up when he was trying to flirt with her at the school dance. So then he murdered a bunch of teenagers back in 1995, and then he agreed to meet Daisy at the dock, on a pier, like by a dock, and he ended up getting shot to death by the police, and he fell into the water and everything, and then the lake is supposedly a haunted place, because that's where he died, and I think that's pretty cool how they are incorporating a lake with being a haunted place where Brandon James died, and it kind of makes me think of Friday the 13th, but it's nothing like Friday the 13th, though. They're not going camping at all, and it seems like they're kind of shifting the way from the whodunit genre, and I'm really glad that they are starting to do that, and I think the killer is really going to be the ghost of Brandon James, and I really hope it is the ghost of Brandon James, because that would be really cool to make him like a ghost, like Michael Myers or something. Well, he wouldn't literally be I'm not sure if he would literally be a ghost. He might just be like, they shot him and he miraculously survived and escaped and was living off the wilderness. But then 20 years later, he decides to come back and kill everyone at Lakewood. I think that would be awesome. And, but if that's not the case, one of the teenagers could be the killers then. And I really think the killer might be Rachel. She was one of the lesbian girls who were kissing Audrey in the video. But in the trailer for one of the future episodes, we see her get killed. And even in this picture, this is a picture from the wiki site, see her right there? We see a ghost face behind her, so I don't think she's the killer after seeing that. I think she might get killed, but Audrey is still a candidate for she could still be the killer, because I also think Emma might die too, because she got a call from the killer, or she could probably survive. A lot of people on the Scream wiki site were saying that she's the new Sidney Prescott and she might survive. But it's definitely possible that Audrey's the killer, because Emma actually came to Audrey and confessed to her that she was she's the one who leaked the video of her kissing Rachel, and Audrey got really mad, called her a bitch, and told her to leave, and then Emma left. But then right after that, while she was walking home, Emma got a call from the killer, and it was the killer's voice and everything, and it was so creepy, and I really think that might have been Audrey who called her, because Audrey also had a picture of Brandon James on her bulletin board, so it's very possible that Audrey could be the killer. But a lot of people are probably thinking she's not the killer. A lot of people probably even think that Audrey might be the new Sidney Prescott, but you never know. And also, Audrey said that she wasn't a lesbian, that she was just bi-curious, so, yeah. And, I honestly think the new mask looks creepier, but, yeah, it looks... I do miss the old Ghostface mask because of nostalgia reasons, but the new mask, it looks much more sinister and so eerie looking, because I was watching it with my adoptive parents, and even they were saying that the mask looks so eerier and creepier looking than the original one, and I actually agree with them. It does look very creepy. But overall, the series seems really great. So far they're off to a great start, and it has everything we want. A bunch of diverse, stereotyped teenagers, a scary killer in a white mask who slaughters his victims with a Buck 120 hunting knife, scary chase scenes, although I wish Bella Thorne's chase scene would have been a little longer, and it has that suspense too, like when Brooke was going out to the car and I thought she was going to die. I liked that part. I really wish they would have killed her, but they're not going to kill her yet. I think they're going to have more fun with her character before they actually kill her. And overall, it's totally worth a watch. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can watch it on YouTube. I'll have the link in the description so you guys can watch it. And yeah, so that's my thoughts on the first episode of the Scream MTV series. So please make sure to comment and share your thoughts. Tell me if you agree with me on anything. Tell me if you disagree with me on anything. And if I accidentally said anything wrong, make sure to remind me of that too. But hopefully I got all the facts right. I didn't include like every single fact from the video. I know that. But I covered what stood out to me most. And everything I said in this video is what stood out to me most. So yeah, so don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe to all 3 of my channels, please. And don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And that's it, so peace out, people.